You know, getting on a spiritual path is not an easy thing. And it doesn't come to anybody. It doesn't come to everybody. If you have picked to come on a spiritual path, be ready to face a lot more problems than others. Because for some strange reason, we are continually tested. Conversely speaking, it's very possible that you decided you want the spiritual path when you were in your down cycle. And we all have down cycles, we do. Everything is an up cycle and there's a down cycle. And that's why you pick the path, because when things are not going exactly as they should, when there is job loss, or your children are misbehaving, or you've run out of all the money, nothing else is going to help you. What do most people do? They think that they can escape. So they go and they drink for hours at the bar. Hindi movies you see, as soon as there's something calamity, he'll be reeling with a bottle of wine.
Love failure.
Whenever somebody doesn't get on with you or something has happened, when your love affair doesn't work, finished. You've hit the bottle. Devdas. What does that do? It masks what you're feeling for a short amount of time. And then with a bang it comes back. So if you needed 5 drinks to forget your worries, you need 10 the next day, and you need 15 the next day. I told you, that I had taught meditation to a group of recovering drug addicts. I went once. And what was shocking, really shocking, was that these were children between the ages of 20 and 35. There were a group of 40 children between the ages of 20 and 35. And because of the media, because of the peer pressure, because of what people say, they think they try it one time. And right, when you're taking whatever drug you're taking, for that minute you're flying, your pain is not visible. What you're feeling is not visible. But it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. It is there still. The problem is there when you come back. And inability to face that problem makes you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the addiction. Some people, they deal with their problems with anger, which is equally bad. Equally bad. Losing your temper, using abusive language, shouting at somebody. Momentarily you feel as if, and you only shout and you scream at people who can't do anything back to you. You don't shout and scream at your boss. You don't shout and scream at the principal. You don't shout and scream at people in command. You shout at your spouse or your children. One of the two are at the receiving end because you can't handle your mind. If you were completely happy, there would be no problem in this world of alcohol or drugs or relationships. If you were happy at all times regardless, can you imagine? There's no propensity to do anything. There's no propensity to even say one bad word, to abuse anybody, to criticize anyone. When you are happy and you're laughing, You can't say I hate you. You're disgusting. Can't stand the sight, your hair looks so stupid.
Try that.
What outmoded clothes you're wearing. Wow, striped t-shirts. Think that looks good? Never think of saying it. You'll never think of saying it. It's only when you're feeling unsettled, less than normal, unhappy with your situation, miserable, that you lash out at someone else. That you find any fault in anybody else. It will not occur to you to look at people's clothes and pass a comment. Or wonder why someone is behaving like this or someone is behaving like that. It's only when you can't handle the stress. When the smile has been wiped off your face, for whatever reason. So now that you're on a spiritual path, you know what you have to do. You have to take that decision, happiness decision again and again and again. No, it doesn't come the way it's supposed to. No, it doesn't come in the right quantities. No, it doesn't come at the right time. No, the right people don't come in front of you. The job promotion doesn't come. The house and the car. The honors degree. The satisfaction in your relationships. No. It's all a balancing act. The divine has given you one of something and zero of the other, and one of something. The sum total is 3. You have health, you have a good relationship, you have economic security, but you have mental issues. You're depressed. There are 5 reasons, right? If you get 3 out of 5, you should consider yourself very happy. Interpersonal relationships, economic security. What else? Your job, your marriage, your health. Health is the 3rd thing. Political climate that you live in. Right? If you were a woman living in Afghanistan or in Africa, it's quite different from your circumstance today, right? Where you are and how you are. And I always forget the 5th, mental health. Mental health is also extremely important. Some people are just born with a predisposition for mental instability. So if you get 3 out of 5, consider yourself blessed. And if you're 4 out of 5, that's almost unbelievable. Nobody has a 5 out of 5. Nobody. And the more and more you delve into yourself, the more challenges you face in life. Each day becomes a challenge. Learning to keep your counsel to yourself, not say things, because then we begin to fine-tune ourselves. It's not the rash, open, the big things that we're worried about. We're not standing on the road and calling people names. But unmindfully, we hurt somebody. That is what we're fine-tuning. The ability to say sorry. Not make an issue out of something. Sometimes you realize that by not doing something, a friend of yours gets terribly upset and you have no idea that your action caused that. And the right thing to do is to say sorry, but a lot of us, that word won't come to the mouth. They think that they call and say hello and everything is all fine. But they haven't apologized. Sometimes we need to learn little things to fine-tune our lives. There's always one thing at any point of time that's not going well. And you say that if I can only control my time management, then everything's going to be fine. If I can only control this one addiction, then everything is going to be fine. If I can only manage my temper, then everything else will be fine. We all have one thing.
At least one thing.
At least one thing at a time. But we have that one special thing that we want, that we would like resolved in our lives. Am I right? Each one of us. And I remember somebody telling me when I joined the Art of Living, he says, "Welcome to the art of misery." I said, "Why do you say that?" He says, "Now you're on a spiritual path. You will be tested and tested and tested and tested." But you know what? If I had not gone on to the spiritual path, I think I might have gone under. I think I might have been so depressed with my situation, because it's not the ideal situation. I don't think I would have been able to handle it. Our down cycle has been on for 4 years now. But by my talks, can anyone say that I'm going through anything? No, because each time I finish my meditation, I actually say, repeat that happiness decision. And I actually pull myself up and say, today, it's going to happen today. Whatever I do today is all that matters. I'm going to put in my full effort and make today the best day of my life. Every time there's a misunderstanding with somebody, misunderstandings come up. We're very lucky, we have small problems. Sometimes when you listen to NPR while coming here, people that are living on the streets, people that have been thrown out of their homes, people whose parents are on crack cocaine, children that don't have any guidance. I mean, there's a whole world of so much utter misery out there. I tell you, there is gratitude every single minute, that I only have little things to deal with. I still have a roof above my head. I eat well at every meal. I live well. I dress well. I have good friends. I have a great nurturing family. But that one thing is missing in my life, the economic stability. And if I did not have the spirituality, the strength, the feeling that the divine is inside of me, and the divine knows best when to give it to me and what is good for me, I would not have survived. I would have been like the rest of this country, the rest of the world, on Zoloft. Is that any way to be? Take medicine to alter your mind, when all you need is awareness. You just need a little bit of awareness. And I tell you that taking that happiness decision, if you take it at the moment that you're most miserable, it flips something in your head. Because you can't be happy and miserable at the same time. You can only be happy. You can lose all your wealth, you can lose all your health. But if you lose that peace of mind, the thing is worth it. It is better to be on the streets with a begging bowl in your hands and be utterly content, knowing the divine will take care of you. See the story of Purandaradasa. Isn't that what he did? Gave up a life of wealth, walked into the streets with a begging bowl, singing the praise of the Lord. Look at Sai Baba. Sat outside that where the temple is now. Not knowing anything. People would give him money, he would take the money and give it to someone else. Then he'd ask someone else for money and give it to someone else. Neither did he want something nor did he not want it. He knew he was taken care of. He knew everything was going to be. But the divine that's in him is also in you, right? Is also in you. It's the same divinity. It's the same energy. At no point in your life should you feel that why is this happening to me and how do I deal with this alone? Because you're never alone. You're never alone. This has all been done because you're on a spiritual path and because you need to grow and because you need the right attitude. Your problem is a job loss. You can either deal with it by connecting with all your friends, sending out your resumes on a daily basis, or you can go to the bar and drink. Trust me, Geeta, people do that. People do that. They hit the bar when they are happy and when they are sad. Both times. Because somebody told them that in order to enjoy yourself, you've got to mind. Lose all control. Sometimes, when people pester me so much and say, okay, come on, have. I say, you know what, I'll take my glasses off. Same feeling. I can't see anything, it's all fuzzy. I'm floating. I don't want to be forced into doing what I don't like to do. Because I have learnt better. I have learnt a much better way of coping with my problems. And because your conditioning is so tough, again and again the same thought will come. When is it going to happen? Why hasn't it come now? What are you going to do about it? And again, you teach yourself to say, that's a no-no thought, to the no-no basket. I will be happy today and every day. And I will not allow any person, any event, any situation to deny me my birthright. So which situation can challenge you? Which person can make you so upset? Which event can upset you so much? You've already decided that's not going to bother you. You've put your deflector up. You're surrounded in this little box. You and the divine. Got the best soldier working for you. And it doesn't stop. You will be challenged and challenged and challenged. And each day, several times in a day, you're going to have to take that decision. But take it. Because remember what I said. You can't be happy and miserable at the same time. What would you rather? What would you rather? What do you pick? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a mental decision. People tell me that I've got my head in the clouds. That I'm not practical. I'm not a realist. I don't face my problems head on. But I think I have the best attitude. I live in the moment. I don't plan beyond 3 to 4 days maximum. It's the general planning for the future. But my actual focus doesn't extend beyond 2 to 3 days. And I have faith, courage, gratitude. Faith, courage, gratitude every minute of the day. I must be telling myself this about 50 times. So when I'm telling you, don't think that I'm preaching to you something that I don't practice. That I'm in nirvana. No, not at all. It's a long process. I don't know how many lifetimes it's going to take me. But at least I got it started. I got it started. And I tell you, it works. It works. To just live in the moment. Whatever you do today, whatever happens today is all that matters. You lost your job. So what? So what? It's going to come. Another one's going to come. I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm going to take the right action. If you are in a sad place, if you're unhappy, if you're dejected, you can never take the right action. You'll never do the right thing. The right action always comes when you're in touch with your source. Then you know what is the step to take. And you cannot be in touch with your source if you're fearful, if you're anxious, if you're stressful, if you're unhappy. All this takes you away from yourself. The only time that you're in touch with divine consciousness is if you're happy. So my answer is very simple. Take the happiness decision and live each moment with faith, courage, gratitude. One simple formula. You learn this, you know, you can stop coming. And you can start telling others. If you get this, then you've got it.